Hello, my name is Robert Ament. I'm running for the West Irondequoit School Board on the upcoming election May 18th. I'd like to address some issues with my fellow neighbors and really shine some light on things that have been happening around our district. I was asked at the debate sponsored by the PTSA why I was running for school board. There's a couple answers. One, I have two children that are entering this school system. Matthew, age 5, who's attending Listwood right now, and Isabel, who is 4 years old and presently at Christ the King Preschool. Those are the two main reasons that I want to step up and really focus our attention on academic achievement. What's most alarming to me is the largest statistic staring at us right now. According to the New York State website, which has real statistics comparing different high schools, West Irondequoit now ranks below Eastridge in four-year graduation rates. That's true, what I just said. 85% of our students manage to graduate on time within a four-year period, the normal term. That means 15% of our students are not graduating on time with a Regents exam. That's currently below the number at Eastridge. Now, for me, as an IHS graduate in 1982, this is alarming, and it's very upsetting. We're in the highest tax state in the United States of America. New York State is the highest tax state in America. And we are the fourth highest tax county within New York State. That means we're paying extraordinarily high taxes, which makes it even more burdensome when we have crippling economic recession, which we're currently dealing with right now. Many of my friends who have children in this district are having a difficult time making ends meet. Some have lost their jobs, yet that tax bill continues to come to their door on an annual basis. Something else many of you might not know. 2/3 of your bill, your tax bill, goes towards paying school taxes. You may think the town taxes are more expensive. They're only $34 million presently. The school tax stands at $62 million. $62 million. Now, everybody's cutting back right now. Our present West Irondequoit School Board was just caught by the New York State Comptroller Investigative Auditing Branch of overtaxing and hoarding $7 million. Which they said should have gone towards taxpayer relief. The board president, Charles Perot, explained it away, saying he put the numbers in the wrong column. Do you believe this? Or if it's true, does that sound like someone we should have as president of a school board? Secondly, right after they were reprimanded by the New York State Comptroller, shortly, a few weeks later, they put forth to the community another burdensome $10 million whopping tax burden in addition to their slush fund, making it seem like basically the school is broke and needs the additional funds. Now this is, again, during very, very difficult economic times. As it turns out, people with common sense in this town prevailed and voted this boondoggle down. Additionally, there were roofing estimates for Dake and IHS, which were severely inflated. Allegedly fraudulent numbers put forth. Certainly they're not normal, at 6 or 7 times the estimated normal contracting rate. This job for 10,000 square feet of roofing space that was shown to me at a meeting by Bill Dahm, the business manager and grounds manager of IHS, would have calculated out to $90 a square foot to redo those portions of the roof. The average rate, including all the New York State regulations and union regulations, would not have come in at more than $20 a square foot. Now, I'm in business. I own a business for 20 years. I work internationally, and I speak several foreign languages, and I've seen corruption on a massive scale in Africa. I will tell you, it took me about 3 seconds to realize something was wrong with this problem, with this bid. It's as if they don't feel the money is theirs, so they don't have to watch what they spend it on. They certainly don't feel accountable to us as taxpayers. They've cut public input within the last 2 months from 5 minutes down to 3 minutes with additional rules. They were also asked in a meeting I was at by a number of teachers to put the board meetings on television, on channel ICAT 15, so the taxpayers can see how they're making decisions and spending their money. Unfortunately, there was no answer about that. They decided not to do that. I also went to Jeff Crane, Superintendent Crane, and asked him to put these meetings on ICAT. They're spending $62 million of your tax money in secret. He refused. So presently, we have a school board which feels it's their own private account that they can spend and discuss privately where that money goes without any real public scrutiny whatsoever. Putting these meetings up on the website in an obscure location certainly is not open government. Many people in this town cannot afford high-speed access internet, and many of the senior citizens who also pay taxes do not have access to the internet and are not familiar with it. I would think someone elected to public office with such a task, such a responsibility of $62 million would be more than welcome the opportunity to show their friends and neighbors where they're spending their money. Again, this is not the case. Now, another serious problem that is occurring within the district and advocated and endorsed by the West Irondequoit School Board, the current school board, they are illegally promoting these absurd, overbuilt projects and special votes through a means that has been deemed illegal 3 times by the New York State Board of Education. They are by law not allowed to send home literature with our children at school promoting these votes with their own wording in the documents. They do this New York State Board of Education said, they ruled against this, to prevent undue and biased influence on the voter and undue pressure. Many of us parents only get our information directly from Jeff Crane and the school board. We assume that it's true. Unfortunately, it's not always the case. Here are the 3 documents that I gave Jeff Crane and the school board and the PTSA, Gresham Tortola, copies of all 3 of these documents. There's the secondary one, the appeals case. There are 3 such documents and 3 such rulings, all coming to the same conclusion. The PTSA and the West Irondequoit School Board are not allowed legally to send these documents home to influence elections. Even after I asked Jeff Crane in his office before that last election in December to cease and desist this illegal activity, he refused. And that is why I wrote an editorial, and that is why I called my neighbors to let them know what was going on. Look, this school board expects the students to adhere to a certain code of conduct. Certainly at the very minimum to abide by New York State and local laws. How can they lead the future students of tomorrow if they themselves will not adhere to these basic laws and principles set forth to them by the New York State Board of Education? Additionally, my daughter Isabel goes to Christ the King. Their code of conduct is very, very stringent. And I noticed on a different handout they sent home recently, even white lies are considered a violation of the Christ the King Code of Conduct. It is a white lie to send home documents to every house in Irondequoit claiming that we have a 96% Regents graduation rate. It's untrue. 85% of our students graduate on time with a Regents exam diploma. Even when you tack on summer school, the numbers only rise minimally. The days of us competing directly on par with Pittsford and Brighton are, for the short term, finished. It's past tense. Eastridge High School has now surpassed us in graduation Regents rates.